Hi my friends, my name is Mehar and welcome to another Chit Chat over chai session with me. For those of you here for the first time, this is basically a very candid conversation between me and you where I share tips on a more casual basis with you. As you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk to you today about a few things I wish I knew a little bit more of in my 20s. Yes, I'm no longer in my 20s, my friends, but I want to discuss with you a few things I wish I had done differently, how I discovered myself, and how I wish I got there sooner. And these are the things I would generally tell my younger sister or my mentees, such as you all. So grab a cup of chai and keep watching. I hope you like where I'm sitting today. It's this corner of my house that I absolutely love. I am a big bookworm. I love reading and I love colorful spaces, so I've just added this corner in my bedroom. And yeah, let's jump right into today's video. First of all, I want to tell you, my friends, why I decided to make a video on this topic, and that is because I get so many messages, questions and comments from so many of you saying that, oh my god ma'am, you're so confident now. I wish I could be like you. I wish I was as confident as you, or I wish I could speak like you. I wish I could think like you. I wish I could be you. And I want to tell you that I was not like this, 4, 5, 10 years ago. I was not this person. I was somebody who was very shy. I was very introvert. I was very much in my own comfort zone. I constantly judged myself. I was worried about what others are thinking about me. I was constantly worried about external judgment as well as internal judgment. I was definitely not my own best friend. I was in that phase where I just wanted to, have a good time. I worked hard, but I also wanted to have a good time. I tried my best to find a balance between working hard and studying hard, as well as giving enough time to my social engagements. So I always had this philosophy, and I had this post-it note on my desk which said work hard and play hard. I always believed that there should be a balance. Life should be a balance. It shouldn't always be about just working hard. And that's what I think is my biggest lesson to you all, is that remember that your 20s are important. Of course, it is called the defining decade, but it also doesn't mean that you should let go of other things that are equally important in your life. Relationships, your physical and mental health, being financially secure, having good friendships, having good strong relationships with your friends as well as your family members, finding time for self-development and self-growth, having those conversations with intellectual people, surrounding yourself with the right kind of crowd. All these things are as important as studying hard, working hard, especially in your early 20s. So my biggest lesson is for you all to please find a way to balance different aspects of your life. Don't focus too much on just one aspect of your life. And another tip is, my friends, that I was so conscious of what others are thinking of me. I was so conscious of the failures that I was going through. Whenever I did something really well, I quickly forgot about it. Like getting into KPMG at the age of 19 just by myself, without any external support, without any help. Not many people were able to do that, but I quickly forgot about it. Or clearing all my CA first level exams or second level exams with great marks, I quickly forgot all about that, and I only focused on my failures. I would tell you not to do that. Please make a diary of all the progress you're making. It's very important to remember how far we've come, not just keep focusing on how far we need to go. So please take a pause, take a moment, make a list of your achievements. And this is what I tell my students in my mentorship sessions with them as well, where I tell them to make a list of their achievements and think back to it, look back to it whenever you feel low and underconfident about yourself, because there's some great stuff that you've already achieved. Whether you're a good sister, you're a good daughter, whether you're a good brother, whether you are a good student, whether you are somebody who's disciplined, who's a good citizen, whether you're giving back to society. There's so many things that you're already doing. Please make a list of all the big and small things that you are achieving on a daily basis. Learn to respect yourself, learn to love yourself. Only then people will love you. That's my number 3rd point I would want to share with you about discovering yourself during your 20s. If you don't love yourself for who you are, nobody around you is going to respect you. And I wish I could go back in time and fall a little bit more in love with myself. I really do wish that, my friends. I now have reached a stage where I am confident in being who I am. I have my own voice. I don't give too much thought to what people think about me, but I wasn't like this in my 20s. I wasn't like this even in my teenage years. I wish I was like that. I wish I could go back in time and give myself a hug. I think you have to try and remind yourself, what are your good qualities, right? What are the things you're already good at? There may be times when you don't do something very well. but you can still think of the silver lining from that whole experience, that challenge, that insecurity, whatever it is that you're going through. And the next thing I want to talk to you about, my friends, is that I was very, very afraid to ask others for help. And I keep telling my students, please don't shy away from asking other people around you for help and support. Everybody is on the same boat as you. They're as conscious, they're as confused, as vulnerable, as insecure as you are. That's why you need to think of this as a means. Every connection, every person in your life is there for a reason. So you have to use and exploit these connections to the best possible manner. And if you do not have those connections, you need to build them. Nobody's going to come and help you do that. So let's say you're looking for a new job. You need to send a message on LinkedIn to random strangers. You have to push yourself outside your comfort zone to do that. That's exactly what I did. I reached out to a random stranger on LinkedIn, and that person ended up helping me get a job because they referred me, and in the end they got a referral bonus as well. So it's a two-way street. People help you, you help others. So don't always think so much before asking someone for help. Always give credit to them if they help you with something. Make sure you do return that favor and help them also, maybe later in life, maybe later in their careers. But think of it as a vicious cycle. Somebody helps you, you help someone else, or you go back and do that first person a favor in some other way. Another tip I want to give you, my friends, is that in my 20s, I was so afraid and shy of being who I really was that I never spoke up. I never expressed an opinion. I was shy to create an Instagram account or expressing my true feelings and opinions, or start a YouTube channel. I had already started a YouTube channel, but I never told anybody about it, even in my 20s, in my early 20s. But I think because of that consciousness, because of that lack of motivation, no, not even motivation. I think it was because of that lack of confidence. It was lack of confidence in myself and who I was, or because I didn't love myself enough, so there was lack of self-love. I just never spoke up even at work. I didn't speak up in meetings. I didn't want to do extra because I felt that I will be called out, or I will not be taken seriously if I do too much. I don't know what it was. I was just too shy to be myself. I wish somebody gave me that push, my friends. I really wish somebody came and said, Mehar, you have to speak up in today's meeting. Mehar, you have to contribute in today's meeting. And that's why when I moved to London, one of the biggest challenges that I faced was not being able to speak up in meetings, not being able to ask for support or help when I really needed it. And I want you, my friends, to encourage and push yourselves to speak up in meetings, to speak up in a group of friends as well. When you have an opinion that's different from someone else's, it's okay. It's your opinion. It's there for a reason. Please, don't feel shy. Don't think so much before you express what you're really, truly feeling. It's there in your mind for a reason, and other people deserve to hear it. You owe it to yourself to say it out loud. And the next thing I wish somebody had told me, my friends, is that I wish I had been a little bit smarter with money. I wasn't making much money as an article trainee, as a CA student, but I wish whatever I was making, I was being a little bit smarter with it. I wish I was, somebody had taught me about investing. You all now have such better tools, more awareness. There are some great content creators who are making fabulous content on how you can educate and learn more about where to invest, how to invest, how much to invest. I did not have that kind of knowledge. I think I started having this conversation about investing when I got married, and my husband and I started talking about it. And now we are investing in organizations, in companies, in startups, and it's a great feeling to be now an investor, like an investor. But I wish I was more, I wish I had the right tools and the right guidance and the right kind of mindset to make good of my money. It would have probably grown substantially by now if I had been smarter with it. So I think whatever stage of your life, whatever stage of your career you are in, especially if you're in your early 20s, you have to realize that your responsibilities are going to be very, very less at this stage of your life. That is the time when you have to be selfish. You have to be smart with the resources that you have. If you're making 1,000 rupees a month, make sure you're saving at least 50% of it in some way. Whatever it is, just be a little bit smarter than I was. I would just say educate yourself. There are plenty of tools, there are plenty of resources resources out there to help you now. One thing I think I really did right in my 20s is, my friends, I pushed myself outside my comfort zone to discover and explore the world. I have traveled to 30 countries now, and of course I come from a place of privilege when I say that my parents have always encouraged us to go on holidays, to go on trips. We've gone for many holidays as a family, and then I had that spirit of being a traveler even in my 20s. So when I moved to London to study, I made sure I was not just sitting in the corner of my home and not stepping out and exploring the world, exploring Europe. Like, the whole point of coming to study in London is being able to access Europe at a very fairly reasonable rate. So I made sure to travel to Spain, I traveled to Croatia, I traveled to Germany, I traveled to Netherlands, I traveled to all these countries when I was a student. And that's what you have to see also, like, find a balance. When you save a good amount of money, you don't have to be reliant on your parents or external sources to be able to take those decisions to maybe go and explore the world a little bit. And it doesn't have to be international, it can be even local. Within your city, you can do different types of things that you haven't done before, to push yourself outside your comfort zone, to do something else, something different that will make you, spark that idea of creativity, or explore a side of your personality that you did not know that existed. Another tip I do want to tell you, my friends, if you feel like right now you're not in that stage of life where you feel very confident or comfortable, it's okay. Like, look at me, I'm the biggest example of changing myself consciously, right? You have to remember that your identity is going to change throughout the course of your life. So if you're underconfident today, you can take drastic measures to improve yourself to become more confident. If you are not a good speaker, you can train yourself to do that. Through practice, through dedication, you can become a better version of yourself. So you are on this journey, my friends. Nothing is set in stone right now. You're just in your 20s. You have your whole life, your whole career in front of you. I am someone else today than who I was 10 years ago. And that's the beauty of life. Who I will be 10 years from now is also going to be drastically different. But this is a journey and we have to embrace it. We have to make the most of it. We have to find valuable lessons in every single day so that we become a better version tomorrow. Have that growth mindset. Really, really learn from whatever's happening in your life, whoever you're speaking to, whatever conversations you're having, whatever TV show you're watching. Do an extra Google search to read more about that topic or that subject, or whatever you have an interest in, learn more about it and express that to the world. Final tip for your 20s is, my friends, is that you need to have a digital presence now. Right? Everybody in the world has a digital presence now if they want to make a career in something substantial. So if you are a part of this generation where everything is moving online, you have to embrace it. Even if it's an arts page, if you're into sports, if you're a writer, if you're a speaker, start expressing yourself. Choose one medium, one platform, create your own website where you will be able to express yourself, because this will be a journey that you're going to document. And maybe 10 years from now, all this information, all this content that you've created for yourself will be priceless. I really wish I started creating content 10 years prior to when I actually started. I kept waiting for having the perfect qualification or being recognized as somebody who's an expert to launch something of my own. But you don't have to be so down the journey, my friends. If you are 20, there's somebody who's 16 who's wanting to hear that information that you have. So please start now. Start developing your digital brand. Everybody's going to Google you. There's only one you. You have to start showcasing who you really are to the world, because the world is becoming smaller. It's no longer that big. You can be sitting in Raipur and be talking to somebody in Los Angeles because of the power of the internet, because of the power of digital media. And we need to be making the most of this digital evolution that's happening right now, my friends, especially post the pandemic. Actually, one final tip that I do want to give to you, my friends, is please be very grateful for where you're coming from. Whatever you have right now is way too much than what an ordinary person may have. We have to make the most of the privileges that have been given to us on our laps, without even trying. Jitna bhi mila hai, usse khush raho, and then work hard towards what is coming next. Whatever you have in life, be happy with that first, and then wait for further blessings to come into your life. So I would just say, wake up in the morning with a heart full of gratitude and say 5 things that you're really grateful for. That way your mind will become accustomed to think about the positive and focus on the positive than the negative. So please, my friends, have a heart filled with gratitude. And I really hope this chit chat over chai session was useful for you in some way. It was definitely for me, because I think I just needed an outlet when I'm sitting with a cup of chai and it's like you're sitting next to me and I'm talking to you. But please let me know what you thought about this. You want to see more of these chit chat over chai sessions, in the comments down below. I have some super amazing content coming for you in the next few weeks. But I'll be back soon with another one. But until then, keep a heart full of gratitude. Keep loving yourself and working hard towards your goals. I hope to see you soon. Bye.